Hey there, this is Travis Gensler with Beacon Point Insurance Group. Today we're going to show you how you can pick the perfect Medicare Part D prescription plan that fits your needs. But before we get started, there's a few tips that you need to remember. Tips that you need to remember. Not all Part D plans cover all drugs. Number 2, drug plans are county specific, so depending on where you live could make a difference in plans that are available to you. 3, the monthly premium for the Part D prescription plan you need to ignore, and I'll show why here in a second. That is not the best way to pick what plan is best for you. 4, all the plans available have different costs for different drugs, which means your personal prescription list could be the difference in several $100s in savings over the course of a year. And 5, there is not one plan that is perfect for everyone, so just because your friend has it doesn't mean it's right for you. Okay, on the internet, what we're going to do here is we're going to go to Medicare's website. They actually have a nice little comparison program that I'm going to show you how to use. This is how you can pick the plan that's best for you. So go ahead, if you're sitting at your computer, go ahead and pull up Internet Explorer or whatever program you use to get on the internet. So we got set up here. In the address bar right here at the top, we'll go ahead and delete that. And we'll go to what you need to type in is www.medicare.gov. Make sure you don't type .com. Make sure it's medicare.gov. That's the government's website. This is the official Medicare site from the government. In the site, it's loaded full of educational information that's good for you to know if you need to research something. There's all kinds of information. Just scrolling up and down here so you can see this is all on the front page. But for what we're going to cover today, which is figuring out what the best prescription plan is, we're going to look right over here where it says health and drug plans right here on the left hand side. So what you want to do is once medicare.gov is up, click on this little blue button right here, and that'll take us to right here where we can select we want to compare drug and health plans. So go ahead and click on that. Feel free to pause this video at any time. If we start moving too fast, you can always pause it or rewind it and get back where you need to be. But once you click on that to go to the comparison site, it's going to take you to the Medicare Plan Finder. I'm going to scroll down here just a little bit, and this is where we start entering your personal information. I'm going to go ahead and just use some generic information here so you can see as we move through, but go ahead when you're walking through this with us, go ahead and type in your information. I'm just going to type in a zip code right here where our office is located. So you have to have the actual zip code in there because these plans are county specific, and you need to make sure that you're picking a plan for the area that you're living in. Because if you're not, then they're probably not going to give you coverage. If you want to enter your personal information, Medicare does allow you to save this information on their website. So feel free to fill that out, but it's not necessary. You can still compare the plans without doing that. As long as you have the zip code in here, go ahead down here to the bottom where it says Find Plans, this little orange button, go ahead and click on that. And that'll move us to the next page, where it asks us a few more questions based on your personal information again. So we'll go ahead and right now I'm just going to use this as an example, somebody on original Medicare. Go ahead and select that. If you're on one of the other health plans, if you have a Medicare supplement or a Medigap, go ahead and click that. If you have a Medicare health plan, you can click there. Click the one that pertains to you. If you don't have any idea, go ahead, they got a I don't know button. You'd be surprised how many people have no idea what they have. Once we have that selected, we'll scroll down just a little bit further here, and they're curious if you're going to get any assistance helping pay for your prescriptions. If you do, if you're on Medicaid, you can go ahead and select it. If Social Security helps pay, you can pick any of those. If you don't, or you don't have any idea if you will qualify, you can click no subsidy or I don't know. This will just help down the road, but not necessary to still compare the actual plans themselves. So we'll go ahead and click on the button to go to the next page, and this is the piece that I was talking about earlier, where your prescription list actually makes a huge difference on which plan is better for you. So if you need to pause this video and run to your medicine cabinet and grab whatever you got in there, the pieces of information that we're going to need at this point is we're going to need to know exactly what the prescription is. We're going to need to know what the dosage of the prescription is, and then how many times per day that you take that prescription, because all that factors in how many and the cost in the end. And we want to make sure we nail this down as close as possible. So once you have your list, we can move forward. But if you need to pause this right now, go ahead and pause it. We'll wait a second for you. Okay, if you have your list here, go ahead and we'll just pick the first one. I'm just going to use just a generic prescription. Not that I take it, or not that anybody I know takes it, but I'm just going to put it in here so you can see. I'm going to type in Crestor, and as I start typing, you can see some options pop up. So if you don't want to finish typing it out, you can just go down to the one. If it's in the list already, it's trying to help you pick the right one. Click on it, and it'll pull up this little box here, and this is where it needs the dosage. So if you're on the 10 milligram tab of Crestor, for example, then it already has it selected for you. But if you're on a different dosage, then go ahead and select that, because there may be a different cost associated with the different dosages. Quantity, they're asking how many pills do you need per month. Since we have 1 month selected here, if you take one per day, then you'll need a quantity of 30. Some prescriptions, they may have you take them twice per day, so you'll want to enter 60 in that box. So whatever it is for that actual prescription, we'll just leave this one at 30 here. So your quantity, make sure that's set up. And if you get a refill every month, go ahead and leave it on 1 month. If you don't need it that often, you can select, I only need it once a year or once every 6 months. You can pick whatever, according to your needs is. And then click add this drug and dosage, and what this will do when we click this here, you'll see it pop up on the screen. It will reset, and when we scroll down, you'll notice here at the bottom it has my drug list, and you'll notice that the Crestor that we just typed in is now right there, and it is tracking that for us. So it's starting to build our personal prescription list. So at this point, we'll go ahead and you can continue and add more. So we'll type in another, we'll just start typing, and we'll pick one here. Half of these you can't even pronounce, but that way you can pick the one that's right for you. So go ahead, and it tries to pick the most common, which may or may not be the actual one you have, but pick the one that is yours. I'm just going to say we're on the 20 milligrams here. But whatever your prescription is, go ahead and type that in. And this says we need one every month. So we'll just leave it at that for this prescription. And then once you have all that information in there correct, go down and add drug and dosage. And then you'll notice the page will reset again. And down here in my drug list, well, we got both our Crestor and the new one that we added there. Over here, you'll notice that it gives you information on if there's a generic available. Whether you are on the generic or not may be a difference in cost, but you always want to verify that information with your doctor if that's a possibility for you. This one says for the Crestor there is no generic available, so you do have to have the brand name for that version. And it lets us know that the second one we picked here, it's already a generic, so we don't have to worry about that. But we'll scroll back up here, and we'll type in one more. Let's see, we'll go with the Vytorin just so you can see one more sample here. So once we select that prescription, pops up another box here. I'm gonna just, for example, I'm just gonna change the quantity so you can see down the road what that does if you do have a prescription. Not that that's recommended with this drug or anything. This is all sample, so please use your own information and don't put in as accurate as you can be. But we have 3 sampled drugs here. So if that's all that we've got, then you can click the My List. My drug list is complete. Or if you want to pause this video and add the rest of your prescriptions to it, feel free. We'll wait right here for you.